Hi everyone, my name is Layal Olive and I am a 7th grade social studies teacher and an educational technology coach. And I'm here to talk to you about EdPuzzle student projects. All teachers love using videos. They're a great way to engage your students, and it's not note-taking, it's something different. They feel like they're getting rewarded because they get to watch a movie. We all do it. The problem is, do we do it too much? I've noticed that my students get really bored every time I'm like, okay, log into EdPuzzle, time to watch another movie. And it's made me wonder. When you look around, every teacher shows at least 1 or 2 small movie clips a semester. So what happens if they have to come up with the movie instead? Well, that's what EdPuzzle Student Projects allows us to do. Basically, you create a project within EdPuzzle. So your students go to EdPuzzle, they have to look for different movie clips and different documentaries, and then they select the movie that they want to create. They can trim it to make it shorter, they can add audio notes, they can add comments, and they can add the questions that we would normally. So it's the perfect way, because in reality, they're doing more work than they realize because they have to do the research. They have to find the video that they think fits our requirements. Then they have to come up with the questions, which means they have to watch the video probably multiple times, and they have to know the answers as well. This is a phenomenal way to engage your students because not only are they still getting the material, but now they're in charge of their learning. They get to be mini teachers for the day, and they get super excited about it. And they still get the material, but it's actually a little bit less work on us because we don't have to sit there and plan out the film and then plan out the questions. Instead, all we do is grade their work, something we would do normally. So this is a great way to involve your kids in their own learning process. It allows them to take charge, and they get to have fun while doing it. Up next, you're going to see a video clip on how to create an EdPuzzle student projects, followed by some examples from my classroom. Enjoy! Hello, this is how you create an EdPuzzle student project. So when you log into your EdPuzzle account, you're going to click up here on the My Content button. Once you're here, you're going to hit the blue Create button, and instead, you're going to hit Students Project. Basically, what happens is it allows you to assign your students a project where they then have to create their own EdPuzzle video with their own questions. They can create audio notes, trim it just like you would. So basically, they get all of the functions that the teacher would in EdPuzzle, and they can assign it. They can also then take it themselves and have to make sure they get the questions right. Same thing with you. You can go through them and make sure they got all of the questions right. So you would describe the subject of what you want them to teach. So for me, I would do Vietnam. Goal. They even give you an example. Hey students, find a video and synthesize the last lesson we explained in class. You can keep that, you can make it more detailed, or you can do something as simple as, hey, I want you to show me different perspectives on this topic. Instructions. I would definitely recommend giving them a length of video. You don't want them assigning you an hour-long video to review. That would take a very long time to grade. So I'd recommend doing videos that are around 5 minutes long. You don't want anything too short because it doesn't give them a lot of material to work with question-wise, and same thing, you don't want them to make it too long. And then I would also make sure they have to include a certain amount of audio notes and a certain amount of questions as well, and they are welcome to trim down an hour-length movie to 5 minutes if they would like. And then you're simply going to hit Save Project, and then you would assign it like you would any other video. Thank you for watching.
This is awesome. I love this project. EdPuzzle rocks.
We all wanted to represent the Vietnamese perspective, but we weren't sure we'd be able to. If we didn't find a way to do it, our whole film was going to not be what we wanted it to be.
There are North Vietnamese soldiers and Viet Cong guerrillas and South Vietnamese civilians, and you go in always realizing that the first thing you have to do is shed what you thought you knew.